Hello, hello, hello. This is Andrew and Michaela Dorbon
Hello,
coming to you.
hello.
Yes, and we're coming to you with breaking news. Breaking news. We are coming to you today to talk about an interesting event, most powerful event that is coming up at the end of the month. It is, of course, the second installment of Lady Michaela, Reverend Michaela's ROAR conference. And of course, this year's theme is quite powerful. The theme is guarding the wells, guarding the wells. And so we're here today. I'm here today just to pick Reverend Michaelia's brain as to the idea, the thought, the objective behind this particular conference, and also to give you an opportunity to sign up and to be a part of this wonderful event. So, Reverend Michaelia, tell
Yes,
us a
sir.
little bit about this wonderful conference, Guarding the Wells. What is this really about?
Well, hello, hello, Bishop Dobbin. Hello,
Hello, hello.
everybody. I am checking to see if we are live. I'm not seeing anything pop up on my end. So if you are there and we are live, please let us know that you can hear us, that you can see us, and we're gonna go forward either way. So we're recording this. So if it's not live, we will just post it after. So the ROAR conference, this is our second installment of the ROAR conference. Last year, our focus was on inner healing and deliverance, and it was a powerful time in the presence of the Lord as we walked through that process. This year, the theme is guarding the wells. And you might be wondering about what that means. And what that really is talking about is the fact that even though we are human beings, there are internal aspects of who we are that we need to guard, different aspects of our soul life that we need to guard and make sure is healthy in order to be able to follow through on the things that we are meant to do in our walk in the earth.
All right, so guarding the wells is about soul care for believers, leaders, and the glory carriers.
That's it.
Quite a mouthful there, quite a mouthful there. What would you say is the objective of this particular event?
So the objective, so we are looking to deal with, as we said, the inner life. You know, many times we hear of things where we are developing the giftings, or we are learning strategy behind how to lead. We are, learning how to preach. We're learning how to do the practical things of the ministry, but we're not always taught about how to steward our emotions as leaders, as believers. We're not always taught how to steward relationships and have proper boundaries in ministry. We are not always taught even how to maintain our own spiritual development. There are times where, unfortunately, for some of us as preachers, we will study the word to present a message to the church, but then as it relates to our own devotions and our own spiritual walk, we aren't really tending to that as much as we should. And the premise that I come from is that we want to be pouring into our vessels and having the Holy Spirit pour into our vessels. And then from the overflow, we are then ministering to the people. And when we are able to do this, then we'll have less instances of leaking on the people or bleeding. We bleed while lead many times, but at the same time, we don't want to be bleeding on the people. We want to be dealing with our inner works and in doing so, be able to present well when we do go before the people of the Lord, whether those people of the Lord are your immediate family that you're taking care of, the people on your job that you may be leading or being a part of a team, or if you are in the ministry and you are taking care of a flock or a department or a small group within your church. So those are some of the reasons why we've decided to come this direction this year.
All right. So it sounds then at the beginning, it sounded like it's catering towards those who are already in ministerial leadership. But as you progressed in explaining, it seems like it is for a wider audience. So just for those who may be tuning in now and wondering, is this really for me? Who is this particular conference geared towards?
This conference, all right, so the theme, the whole theme is guarding the wells, soul care for believers first, believers, leaders, and glory carriers. Why believers? Because there are times where the Lord will have a calling on upon our lives. We may not be fully aware of that yet. So if I limit it to leaders, only people who are already aware that there's a call, already aware that they need to do things in the house of the Lord or in their family setting, who will show up. And then I would have missed people who are just as called, but in a different sphere, who are just
Mm.
as graced, but in a different mountain of influence than the church influence. So it's open so that even for those persons who may not yet have ascended into a leadership role, that we are learning good habits before we get there and setting a good foundation ahead of time, building on that so that when we do ascend into different levels of ministry, we have good habits that we're starting with. And for those of us who are already in leadership and maybe we kind of jumped in, head first, for some of us, kind of like our situation, we did not realize we were going to be pastors when we started. It was just a matter of being obedient and walking that out, and that eventually turned into us leading this church for the past 16 years. So if we didn't have certain principles under our belt, we had to learn them on the job. And so this will hopefully help persons to get some of that under their belt for the current assignment, and also for any future assignments that the Lord has for them, because we are all here on purpose. We all serve a purpose. It doesn't matter if that purpose is in the mountain of religion, as for you and I, or if it's in the mountain of education or in the mountain of media. Wherever we are called to serve, it's important that we are properly stewarding our soul. The scripture tells
Wow.
us that we will prosper and be in good health, even as our soul prospers. So we are trying to prosper financially, prosper in our health, all of these external things. But the caveat is as our soul prospers. So we want to pull it back and start with the soul.
Wow. Wow. So it appears to me that you are providing for people what was not necessarily provided for you when you got started, specifically as it relates to this level of leadership in ministry. That is for me a great thing to do, as it positions people in a way that maybe some errors that can be avoided by
Mhm.
virtue of this experience, they will be avoided. And if people have not yet put in place the necessary foundation, this now at least tells us where we need to be shoring up and how we go about doing that. So the conference seems like it's dealing with the whole man,
Mhm.
and the whole man at varying stages of development and varying stages of service, and varying stages, as you call it, the mountains of influence. So this seems to be something that will be beneficial to just most people who are looking to progress, even if at this point you're not sure where that progression is going to take you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yes, you are right. You know, information is not always readily accessible. And for me, there's this thing out these days about, gatekeeping or not gatekeeping. And I've never been much of a gatekeeper. I can probably say this on behalf of both of us, that what we've learned, we've always been willing to share, and even share from the perspective of the things that we've done wrong, so that people don't repeat the wrong things, but also share from the perspective of the things that we've gotten right, or training that we've experienced that has helped us over time to continue to grow and develop. So this is about helping people. I am about the kingdom. We are about the kingdom. And if there is something that we can share that will help someone walk out who they are called to be in the earth, who they are called to be in the kingdom, and not go through, an experience that I went through a few years ago, maybe 2 3 years ago, where my whole system crashed because I was carrying so much and not being able to take the necessary breaks and prioritize as I should have. If we can help someone avoid that by learning how to manage emotions, manage stress levels, manage your spiritual development, manage what it looks like to have capacity, not just spiritual capacity, but also physical capacity, emotional capacity. That's important for me.
Wow, wow, that's quite interesting, quite empowering. So the date for this great event is May 29th, May 30th, and also May 31st. So the last 3 days in this month of grace will be
That's it.
3 days of empowerment. Those who are watching, you can't afford to miss this. May 29th, 30th, and 31st. The 31st, of course, is Sunday morning. So that will be the climax of this great event. Now, could you tell us a little bit more, just a little bit about the days? The 29th, I believe that's a Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What are we looking at in terms of the time, the schedule, those kinds of things?
Actually, just heard back from one of my speakers, just clarifying the flow for the weekend. And I'll just read the message I sent out to her, is that on Friday evening, which we will start at 7, on Friday, the focus and the flow for Friday is foundation, alignment, and inner healing type of work that may need to be done, so that we have that foundation laid for what we will build on Saturday. So on Friday, come expecting prophetic worship. We are blessed to have two of our graced women of God in this region, in this area, who will be coming in along with a few others to lead us in worship. And then we will go from there into looking at the necessity and what it looks like to be glory carriers, because that's who we are. We carry presence. We are earthen vessels carrying treasure. What does that look like? And how do I set my vessel in a way that I can carry what God has given me to carry? So that's Friday. And then Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon, we will be looking at the practical side of things, the strategy side of things, the activation piece. This is where we will have several persons coming in to share on the physical aspects of things, the emotional things, the emotional, relational, spiritual will be more on Sunday, but spiritual is going to get woven in one way or the other because we are spiritual beings before we are anything else. So that's going to get woven
Mm.
in. But a lot of
All
times
right.
we focused on that and we have not looked at some of the other areas. And then Sunday morning, we just go fire it up with the Holy Ghost and let Him have His way.
All right, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard this great event is happening May 29th to the 31st. It is the second installment of the ROAR conference, and this year's theme is Guarding the Wells. Please tell us a little bit about the opportunities for early registration, general admission, and I understand you have a VIP experience as well.
Yes, we do.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear
All
it.
right. So this year, all right. So registration opens. We opened it for our capacity builders and those who have been aligned with us for a little while. So they've had an opportunity to jump in and to secure their tickets. So now it's open to the public. For those of you who want to catch the early bird registration, we have 7 days left before we switch to the regular cost of admissions for this particular conference. So 2 tiers this year. Oh, what's this for?
7 days.
Oh, 7 days. Sorry, babe. I'm like, wait, what? Yes. So we have 7 days before early registration closes. And when you sign up for general admissions to the conference, you will have access to all the services. So Friday night, all the workshops and the formation sessions on Saturday. We will also be having a panel discussion on Saturday. Some things it's easier to take it in when it's more conversational. So we will be looking at different ways of presenting the material so that we are able to really take in. We will also have on Saturday huddles. Transformation huddles where we're able to internalize what we are learning. Not it's so it doesn't feel like it's a fire hose of information. We'll pause. We will take time to integrate what we are gathering and then move into the next thing. And then Sunday, you're all welcome to join us for service on Sunday. However, I do know that many of you will have your own services to go to on Sunday morning. So we will be recording the Sunday morning service so that if you'd like access to that, you will have that particular morning service at your disposal. And then for those of you who choose to register early VIP, early VIP experience includes everything under general, obviously, but it also includes the Guarding the Wells journal and pen. Uh, I was preaching on Monday night, and there was a prophet in the house, and the prophet blew my plan out. Just let everybody know that I'm writing a devotional journal before I was ready to drop the information. So it's out there. I am writing a devotional journal specifically to help us to not just grab in the moment what we are receiving from the conference, but also how do I take this encounter, whether it's this particular one or it is a revival that you've been to or some other place or time where the Lord gives you an encounter, how do you now walk that out? So this will be a 21-day process, promptings and different things to think about as you hold and as you steward what you receive during the conference. So VIP, you will get that for free with your registration. You'll also get a limited edition t-shirt. We will have some general t-shirts that we will print up for the conference, but VIP will get a separate specific VIP t-shirt along with priority seating. Priority seating is only for early VIP. So if you miss early VIP on day 8, I cannot guarantee that you will have a specific place to sit. So early registration for VIP, you will be able to have your VIP seating. And then the final thing, which I am very excited about for VIP participants, is they will have access to 3 months. They'll have 3 months free access to the Well Keepers Circle. When we were planning this conference, there were so many different wells and different things that we saw that we could guard and use to help us to become more holistically well, but we couldn't fit it all into 2 days really, because Sunday we're preaching. We couldn't really fit everything into the weekend, and so we're going to be extending this out and having those be looked at and explored during the Well Keepers Mentorship Circle. So VIPs will have access to that free for 3 months. They can choose to continue after that if they would like. So that's what
Wow.
that's it. General
All
and
right.
VIP.
All right. So the VIP experience seems like an experience that will long outlive the actual event. All the perks that come
That's
with
the
the
goal.
VIP experience goes way
Yes.
beyond the event. Wonderful. Well, those of us who are watching, listening, I hope we will take advantage of the early bird and the VIP experience, as this will help you long beyond the weekend, in fact, as far as 3 months out. Well, most people have been waiting now and wondering, how do I register? Where do I go to sign up today and to sign up right now? So, where do we
All,
go, Lady D?
all right. So we go to https:// radiant hope intl.org/ guarding the wells. I wish I had this written out somewhere. Let me see if I have this written out somewhere that I can share it with you quickly. But it is
All right.
guarding the wells. It is Radiant Hope intl.org/guarding the wells. I'll pop it up in the comments afterwards if I can't do it right here and now. And I will also put out a graphic with the information. Maybe there's it might be out there now. I'm not sure if my team has put the link out there yet, but if not, once I get off of this line, I will definitely get that link up and out for you so you can start registering. Again, VIP early bird, general early bird ends in 7 days, and I would want for you to take advantage of that. Should we share speakers? What do you think, babe?
Uh, Maybe closer to the event, we can share speakers. But yes, the speakers are lined up and ready and raring to go.
Yes, they are. They are
Yes, yes, yes.
excited too.
All right. So, as we wrap this, Lady D, the event for folks out there who are considering, this event is for everyone who uh, you are upward mobility minded, whether it's
Mhm.
spiritually, whether it's your career, whether it's your life, whether it's family, whether it's marriage. There is something here for you as you build and as you climb. So the event is going to be May 29th, 30th, and 31st. May 29th and 30th. Of course, we'll have worship, we'll have instruction, we'll have panel discussions, we'll have huddles. So you want to be here for those 2 days. And of course, Sunday morning, we will indeed close out with worship. I just want to challenge those who may be watching us from out of town. Maybe you want to just spend the weekend in the city of homes or the city of first, the
There you
home
go.
of the Basketball Hall of Fame. Just make it a weekend. Just come on down to Springfield and enjoy our company from the 29th to the 31st. Certainly, the Lord has a word for you, and certainly, He has activation in mind for you as you pursue all that you are meant to be in God, for God, in this day and age. So, as we close out, Lady D, any final words to those who are watching, those who are listening? Of course, registration page, if you could run that by us one more time as we head out.
All right, so I was able to type that in just now. So the registration again is radianthope.intl.org/guarding the wells. And that will take you over to our page where you can choose whether you want to do general admissions or the VIP experience. Early registration again ends in 7 days. And I think that takes us to May 15th. So we want to get on board. I think I also want to share that for me, this is more about having a meaningful experience than it is about having a large crowd. So while this is open to several, groups of people, I also want you to come ready to work, come ready to receive, but not just come ready to receive, come ready to act and to be prepared to move forward in what it is that God has called you to do. One of the posts that we put out not too long ago, it said simply, we don't need another encounter. For me, you coming to this conference is not so you can have another encounter with the Lord. For me, you coming to this conference is saying, Lord, you have been good to me. I have encountered you. Now I need to learn how to walk it out.
Mm.
I want to learn how to walk it out. I don't want to be crashing every 6 months. I want to learn how to walk it out. I want to learn how to be emotionally healthy. I want to learn how to have boundaries in my relationship so I'm not overextending myself or underextending myself. I want to learn how to do this. For us in ministry, even when we are taking on another level of responsibility spiritually, it's important that your exercise routine gets an upgrade as well, because you need the physical stamina to carry what you are carrying spiritually and emotionally as well. So we have one of our speakers who will be looking at that. So it's less about the crowd and it's more about the transformation. It's more
Mm.
about the transformation for me. Obviously, if we
Oh,
have a crowd, I'm going to be grateful. But I want to see people's lives transformed.
all right. Well, thank you so much, Lady D. We are looking forward to this fantabulous event. It's for all people, men and women alike, professionals, working professionals, those who are in ministry, wherever you find yourself in the grand scheme of things. If you're looking to climb higher, this is the place to be. All right. So we look forward to seeing you on the 29th of May to the 31st. Spread the word, and whatever you do, go right ahead and register. Register right now. See the link below, see the link right there in the comments. Go right there right now, register. Take advantage of the early bird registration. Thank you all for watching. Like and share, tell everyone, and we look forward to seeing you then. Bye
See you
bye.
in a few. Bye bye.